This is about taking care of dreads. Now, once again, I've only had my dreads for a month. I'm not saying that I'm an expert or anything like that. I'm just saying what I've experienced myself. Um, I was really big. I looked all over, and there were so many different products available, waxes and shampoos and soaps and locking powders and after all that, I mean, like, dreads are like the best dreads I've seen are like Rastafarian dreads, guys who let their hair dread, and granted, because of their hair is a lot kinkier than mine, that's probably easier for them to do. My hair is very straight. But I was really big. I did not want to use any products in my hair at all. I didn't want to have to buy anything, and I didn't want to do a lot of heavy maintenance on it. I've read a lot of places like palm roll, palm roll, palm roll. You just sit there and just every single day, and you just palm roll and palm roll. And I don't really see how palm rolling helps. I mean, like, because in order for the hair to be in a dreadlock, I don't see how rubbing the hair like this together facilitates that. I don't know. And like doing it up here in the roots, I would just think would break them off. So I decided I'm not going to ever palm roll my dreads. I'm not going to ever rub my roots, like, you know, do the clockwise thing, and I'm just not going to do that. And my dreads have stayed in pretty nicely, and they look all right, I think. So I don't think palm rolling hurts, but for me, I didn't do it, and it was okay. So yeah, whatever you want to do. For shampoo, it's good to wash your dreads. It's a common myth that it is bad to wash dreads and you need to just let your hair get all nappy and just gross and oily. And no, oily hair is bad for dreadlocks. You want your hair to be nice and clean. And that's what I found. And every time I cleaned, it was like this wonderful experience. Like, oh, it's so nice. I let my hair go about a week after I dreaded it before I not shampooed it, before I washed it the first time. I could have actually done sooner, I think. A lot of people are afraid as soon as they put them in. I was afraid, oh no, they're gonna fall out, you know, and they won't. Like, I've been pretty rough with mine, and they've actually gotten less fuzzy as time has gone on. So I read people saying like they wash their dreads through some pantyhose to keep them in, and I didn't do any of that. I just wash them like normal. I'm not like scrubbing like this, but you just kind of squeeze, you know, like that, let it work in. So I initially shampooed my hair. I did a washing round with baking soda mixed with water. I did about a tablespoon per cup or 2 cups. But I found that after a while that dried out my scalp too much. It irritated my scalp, so I stopped doing it. But after I did the baking soda, I would rinse with apple cider vinegar, and I liked that a lot. And after I stopped using baking soda, I just used primarily the apple cider vinegar, and my hair's been kept pretty clean using just that. So apple cider vinegar. I would recommend, this is what I use. I got this from Kroger, which is the supermarket. This is a normal supermarket. What you want to get, if you really want your hair to have like restorative benefits to it and get vitamins and all that jazz, get organic, unpasteurized, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Most apple cider vinegar, especially the one you cook with, will be clear, and that's because, you know, they want a nice color for you know, obvious culinary reasons. But what they do in order to get that is they filter out what's called the mother in vinegar, and the mother in apple cider vinegar is this culture of I think it's bacteria or enzymes or something, and that helps in the process of making it vinegar. It's in the second part of the process. So get organic, unpasteurized, unfiltered stuff, because that mother is what's got all the vitamins and stuff that's good for you, the proteins and things. And give it a good shake before you use it. So, and dilute this. I use maybe about half a cup in every half gallon that I make. It's really easy. I just got one of these. That's what I make my shampoo stuff in. I wash my hair every 3 days now. I also put in some essential oils because I found that those really help soothe my scalp and make my dreads smell oh so nice. The oils that I use are rosemary and lavender and tea tree oil. This I got at, I think again at Kroger. I was really surprised to get it. But this stuff is pretty good. But I stopped using it after a while because I felt like this was drying me out too. I didn't like it as much, but I've always used rosemary and lavender. I definitely recommend rosemary because this helps with itching a lot and dandruff buildup, and the vinegar helps with dandruff buildup too. That was a big problem for me. Everybody's scalp is different. Everybody's pH balance is kind of different. Some people have oilier scalps, some people have drier scalps. I had pretty bad dandruff before I put in dreads. I'd used medicated shampoos and all that. And after I put in dreads, it was terrible. I had huge flakes coming off and I was like, oh, is this gonna be like this forever? This is terrible. It takes a couple weeks for that to clear up, at least it did for me. Now I have less dandruff, but I still have dandruff. So the vinegar and the washing helps to get rid of it, and if you wash your hair more often, that helps. But that was a big problem for me. So everybody's scalp is different, but I just want to let you know how I did it. Baking soda and then vinegar, don't mix them together. But baking soda first, that can help take a lot of the bad stuff out of your hair. Vinegar is like a natural conditioner. And use essential oils because they're awesome. I use about 10 drops of each, like 10 drops of rosemary, 10 drops of lavender, and then like a half a cup or a cup of apple cider vinegar. And I put it all in this, shake it up really, really good, and then pour that over your head kind of slowly and work it in. You know, I also recommend you use cool water, not cold, but just cool water. It really has a nice sensation on your scalp, and it's really relaxing, believe it or not. It's the only time I've been relaxed by cold water in the shower before. One last thing, if you do have dandruff really bad like I did, what I do is I have this big pink comb, so manly, and I use the comb and very lightly I massage my scalp all over. I do one side and I switch and I do the other side, and I just really get down in there and kind of mix things up a little bit, and that gives agitation to the scalp, and that helps with the itchiness a little bit, and it also gets some of that dandruff free so that you can wash it out. And I felt like my scalp felt a lot better whenever I started using a comb first and kind of getting in there. Just be careful because you don't want to be like pulling hair out of your dreads and stuff like that. So yeah.